ABC News obtaining video today showing the moments leading up to and during the deadly shooting in Minneapolis involving federal agents. Behind the driver's seat of the maroon SUV, you see Renee Good. The video is believed to be taken by the ICE agent who fired the shots. Officers telling Good to get out of the car. She backs up, then forward, and shots are fired. The Department of Homeland Security says the ICE agent who fired the shots was hit by the car. Good was killed. In a statement to NPR News, her wife Becca Good saying, "On Wednesday, January 7th, we stopped to support our neighbors. We had whistles, they had guns." The mayor today responding to those who say his city is dangerous.
We've only had 2 shootings. One of them has been ICE. We are a safe city. ICE is making it less so.
Minnesota's Bureau of Criminal Apprehension says it has been cut off from the investigation into the shooting, leaving the FBI solely in charge of the case.
Our goal must be to ensure that a thorough investigation is completed at the local level so that our community can have transparency.
Law enforcement officials tell ABC News the agent involved is Jonathan Ross, a 10-year veteran of ICE's Special Response Team. Vice President J.D. Vance saying on Thursday that the agent has absolute immunity.
I can say that the ICE officer does not have complete immunity here.
And here in Minnesota, the governor called for a day of calm and unity. And in that statement today, Renee Good's wife said she is pure love, pure joy, and pure sunshine. Armando Garcia, ABC News, Minneapolis.
This is an operation that is secret, that they invited folks out.
This is Operation Pull Up, more of a clandestine operation. We show up somewhere, they don't expect us to come there, and then we disrupt business as usual.
So right now it's kind of mayhem. We're not part of the activists, but we're here just reporting on them. Did they explain to you why they're here?
They did not.
They said that there is someone here in Easterwood, who is a member of ICE, and he's a pastor of the church.
Our church had gathered for worship, which we do every Sunday. We asked them to leave, and they obviously have not left.
So this is what the First Amendment is about the freedom to protest.
There's a varying array of views in this church on politics of immigration. Recognize the complexity of the issue.
This shows you just how divided America is. When you look at the protesters here, and then you look at the people there who are praying, and you know what was the interesting thing? If these two groups could just get together, they might figure out what to do.
I don't necessarily agree with everything that's going on in the Twin Cities right now, but I don't think it's good to fight fire with fire. I think it's good to speak up. I think it's good to protest, but I think it's better to do it in a peaceful way.
Yeah, that was interesting to watch. This guy here, look, he's hugging his kid. And, you know, I imagine it's uncomfortable and traumatic for the people here. They think you lost and this didn't accomplish anything, and you went into their house, the house of the Lord.
The reality is the house of the Lord is a place where love lives. It's not a place where you can have a pastor masquerading as the director for the field office of ICE in St. Paul.
The prominent Minneapolis civil rights attorney, activist, and ordained minister, Nakima Levy-Armstrong, and 2 others were arrested on federal charges for their role in peacefully protesting inside a St. Paul church where one of the pastors, David Easterwood, also leads the local ICE field office in the Twin Cities area.
The arrest was a horrible ordeal. She was and some other people in her group were staying in a hotel. A group of FBI and Homeland Security agents busted into the hotel the night before her arrest. Roughed people up. They were thrown out by the management. Later on at 3 a.m, someone left Nakima Levy-Armstrong's room. The agents tackled her violently and took her to a detention facility before they realized that she wasn't Nakima Levy-Armstrong. So she was obviously terrified about turning herself in. A legal team, including myself, went to the hotel that morning. We reached out to agents to try to arrange for her to turn herself in voluntarily at the federal courthouse, which was only about 6 blocks away. They put the U.S. attorney for the District of Minnesota, a Trump appointee, Dan Rosen, he called me himself. I made my request to him. He said it was very reasonable and he was just going to call me back in a few minutes with the specific logistics. Then he calls back and says, oh, we're not going to let her turn herself in. We need to arrest her at the hotel. So she needs to voluntarily leave the hotel room and turn herself in. So after he talked to his bosses in D.C., he had completely reneged on his commitment. They then sent agents up there to the hotel room to arrest her. One of the agents was filming the arrest. As they put her in handcuffs, he was filming it on his cell phone. I've never seen anything like that. They have body cameras. This was completely unprofessional. He said he was just doing it because of instructions, and he promised it wasn't going to go on Twitter. Nevertheless, it went on Twitter. It went on the Department of Justice's Twitter, so this was their trophy. And then, as you said, the White House subsequently altered the video to make it look like she was crying. I observed the whole arrest. She was dignified, rational, calm, and reasonable the whole time. It just shows the complete political motivation of the government in making this a circus. This has nothing to do with enforcing the law. It has nothing to do with protecting anyone's religious rights. It's frankly, just about fascism.
Make no mistake, under President Trump's leadership and this administration, you have the right to worship freely and safely. And if I haven't been clear already, if you violate that sacred right, we are coming after you.
Agents are at my door right now. They're saying that they were able to go before a grand jury sometime, I guess, in the last 24 hours, and that they have a warrant for my arrest.
Renee Good! Renee Good!
Can you say why you held this action here today?
We held this action here today because David Easterwood is a pastor here. He also serves as the field director for ICE in St. Paul. So in other words, he is the overseer for ICE agents.
All right, if you guys are just joining us, I am here in St. Paul in the brutal cold at a church on a summit where, as you heard from organizers, the pastor is in a acting leadership position of ICE, the ICE department in St. Paul. You saw a lot of the folks who go to this church just extremely uncomfortable, not, I guess, fully understanding why folks were here. But organizers made it clear it's because of the position in which their pastor sits. And so
I've talked to my attorney and I'm being advised to go with them, I guess, down to Whipple. And my children are here. They're impacted by this. This is all stemming from the fact that I filmed a protest as a member of the media. We are supposed to have our constitutional right of the freedom to film, to be a member of the press. I don't feel like I have my First Amendment right as a member of the press. Because now federal agents are at my door arresting me for filming the church protest a few weeks ago. Again, I don't have a long time here, you guys, but I wanted you to know, for me, agents are at my door right now.
This is what the First Amendment is about the freedom to protest.
There's a varying array of views in this church.
I've spent my entire career covering the news. I will not stop now. In fact, there is no more important time than right now, this very moment, for a free and independent media that shines a light on the truth and holds those in power accountable. Again, I will not stop now. I will not stop ever. Last night, the DOJ sent a team of federal agents to arrest me in the middle of the night for something that I've been doing for the last 30 years, and that is covering the news. The First Amendment of the Constitution protects that work for me and for countless of other journalists who do what I do. I stand with all of them, and I will not be silenced. I look forward to my day in court. Thank you all.